Well, Oklahoma CareerTech guides technical education across the state, and its new director, Dr. Robert Sommers, joins me now in the studio. Well, first of all, welcome and thank you for being here.
Well, it's a pleasure to be here. I'm honored to be a part of Oklahoma and just excited to be a part of a great institution and operation.
And you're no stranger to career and technical education.
Oh, absolutely not. I actually started my teaching career in career technical education, had lots of years of experience in the Department of Education in Ohio in career technical education, and ran a career tech center as a superintendent with a lot of pride. Not to mention, my own children have been through career tech and have benefited tremendously from that experience.
Now, we've seen a tremendous push both at our state capital and with local industry trying to increase career and technical education. Is that a national trend?
Yes, it is. In fact, I think that we're at a point of a renaissance of career technical education. We've worked so hard to figure out the problems of this country in education by focusing just on academics, and we've forgotten that it's a well-rounded, well-educated, application-oriented person that's going to make a difference in the economy.
Now, you've worked in both education and in with private industry. How do those two come together in trying to create the education that we need for this century?
Well, that's always the challenge because they're two different worlds, but I think in career technical education they come as close and they need to get closer. Business and industry needs to understand how to describe what they need. We need to understand how to provide that capacity to our young people and our adults that we serve.
We talk about, the global economy, but a lot of times we compete just from state to state and trying to attract jobs and keep jobs. Where does career tech education, where does it fit in there?
Well, at the international level, I think it's going to be absolutely critical because everybody in the world will figure out the basic education. CTE will be the value add. It'll be our competitive edge. If we can get done in our schools what the rest of the world's doing, plus industry credentialing, plus the ability to persist in work, problem solve, creativity, critical thinking, being able to get the job done and to create solutions, we'll be competitive with the rest of the world, and our wages will be better, and our life will be better.
Now, you spent much of your career working in adult education. How important is it that we just come at education as lifelong learners?
Well, lifelong learning is so important today. It probably always was. As we get older, we got to learn new skills. But today, you watched all the jobs that are being created each and every day that weren't even thought about 5 years ago. So we have to instill in young people the ability to get the first job, the skills they need for the first job, and the expectation that they'll go back constantly. We also have to design a system that lets them come back easily, fits into their lifestyle, into their time schedules so that they can meet the needs. And quite frankly, we need to be much more responsive. We can't have 5 to 10 years to plan a degree program. We have to deliver on time, every time for our young people, for our adults, and for our businesses.
Now, business and industry is so important to this state and actually to the career tech system. What is the role in business and industry training for technical education?
Well, business and industry training is something that's very practical, to the point, and adjusts over time. We talk about the notion of 24-hour turnaround on getting staff in place. We talk about the issues of getting the first-level employees into new businesses. When they come to the state, they got to have a workforce ready for them. The more we can do for the business and industry that comes into the state or is in the state and wants to expand, the less their costs are, and the more competitive their bottom line is, the more competitive their product is, and the better off the state is, as well as the business and industry. So our involvement has to be customized, focused, and meeting their needs.
Has technology made that easier to do?
Absolutely. In fact, I think that's one of the challenges in education is the disruptive innovation that's occurring in technology. You take a look at the massive open online courses, the MOOCs. They're changing higher education as we speak. Digital technology allows us to reach people on their time and their schedule, at the same time maintaining high quality.
So with all this innovation that we're talking about, what are your hopes to do here in the state of Oklahoma?
Well, I told the staff earlier today, I said, I hope to add to the legacy of Oklahoma's career technical leaders. They have always been, they and the staff that works at the Oklahoma Department of Career and Technology Education, they have been the forerunners in this country on innovation. They were the first ones to put a lot of things in place that the rest of the country followed. It's our job to stay out in front, find out how to engage that technology, how to put together the great people of this state and find solutions that we haven't even thought about yet.
Dr. Sommers, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, and we're looking forward to working with Oklahoma.